Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to continue with the next chapter called The Trumpet. And if you're thinking the way I'm thinking, you are right. The trumpet is a musical instrument. So let's take a look and see how the cob is actually going to get a trumpet for Lewis. As the cob flew toward Billings on his powerful white wings, all sorts of troublesome thoughts whirled in his head. The cob had never gone looking for a trumpet before. He had no money to pay for a trumpet. He feared he might arrive after the shops had closed for the day. He realized that in the whole continent of North America, he was undoubtedly the only trumpeter Swan who was on his way to a city to get a trumpet. This is surely a strange adventure, he said to himself, yet it is a noble quest. I will do anything to help my son Lewis, even if I run into real trouble. I wonder what real trouble he could run into. Toward the end of the afternoon, the cob looked ahead into the distance, saw the churches and factories and shops and homes of Billings. He decided to act quickly and boldly. He circled the city once looking for a music store, and suddenly he spied one. It had a very big wide window, solid glass. The cob flew lower in circles so he could get a better look inside, and he gazed into the store. He saw a drum painted in gold. He saw a fancy guitar with an electric cord. He saw a small piano. He saw banjos, horns, violins, mandolins, cymbals, saxophones, cellos, and many, many, many other instruments. Then he saw it, what he wanted. There it was. A brass trumpet hanging by a red cord. Now is my time to act, he said to himself. Now is my moment for risking everything on one big, bold move. However shocking it may be to my sensibilities, however offensive it may be to the laws that govern the lives of men, here I go. May good luck go with me. I want you to stop for a moment as I'm going to continue to read. But think in your head right now, what do you think this cob is going to do? Is he going to go in and just walk in and say, I want a trumpet? Let's take a look and see. With that, the cob set his wings for a dive. He aimed straight at the big window. He held his neck straight and stiff, waiting for the crash. He went swiftly and hit the window, going full speed. He dove and he broke. The noise was terrific. The whole store shook. Musical instruments fell to the floor. Glass flew everywhere. A salesgirl fainted. The cob felt a twinge of pain as a jagged piece of broken glass cut into his shoulder. But guess what he did? He grabbed that trumpet, turned it right into his beak, and sharply went back into the air, flew back through the hole in the window, and began climbing faster, faster over the roofs of Billings. Whoa, he broke right through that window. A few drops of blood fell to the ground. His shoulder hurt, but he had succeeded in getting what he had come for, held firmly in his mouth, its red cord dangling with a beautiful brass trumpet from it. You can imagine the noise in the music store when the cob crashed through the window. At the moment the glass broke, one of the clerks was showing a bass drum to a customer, and the clerk was so startled at seeing a big white bird come flying through that window. He hit the drum with a tremendous wallop. Boom went the drum. Crash went the splinters of flying glass. When the salesgirl fainted, she fell against the keys of the piano. Brum, 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 brum went the piano. The owner of the store, he could not believe it. He could not believe that a swan blasted a hole in the ceiling. The salesman grabbed a shotgun, which he accidentally made go off after seeing the big hole, and he blasted a hole in the ceiling and sending down a shower of the ceiling all over everything. Boom went the drum. Plunk went the banjo. Rum went the piano. Hump! Sent the bold fiddle. Help! Screamed a clerk. We've been robbed. Oh my goodness. Robbed. Make way, shouted the owner. He ran for the door, stepped outside, and he tried to fire another shot, bang, at the disappearing bird. But he was too late. The Swan was too far away. "I have robbed a store," the cob said to himself. "I have become a thief. What a miserable fate for a bird of my excellent character and high ideals. Why did I do this? What led me to commit this awful crime? My past life has been blameless, a model of good behavior. I have been wonderful and law-abiding. Why, oh why did I rob this store?" Then the answer finally came to him, as he flew steadily on through the evening sky. "I did it to help my son. I did it for the love of my son Louis." Back in Billings, the news spread rapidly. Whoa. It said, "Large bird breaks into music store. White swan crashes through windows and makes off with a valuable trumpet," said the newspaper. Everybody in Billings bought a copy of the paper and read all about the extraordinary event. It was talked about all over town. Some people believed it. Others said it never could have happened. They said the store owner had just invented it to get some money because something happened to his front window. Oh my goodness. The police came to look over the damage, which was estimated at $900. The police promised they would try to find the thief and arrest him, but the police were sorry to hear that the thief was a bird. Birds are a very special problem, they said. Birds are very hard to deal with. Well, back at Red Rock Lakes, Lewis's mother waited anxiously for her husband to return. When he showed up in the night sky, she saw that he had a trumpet with him, and it was slung around his neck by the cord. "Well," she said as he glided to a stop in the water, "I see you made it." "I did, my dear," said the cob. "I traveled fast and far, sacrificed my honor, and I have returned." "Where is Lewis? I want to give him this trumpet right away." "He's over there sitting on a muskrat house, dreaming about the empty-headed young female he's so crazy about." The cob swam over to his son and made a presentation speech. Of course, he made a presentation speech. "Lewis," he said, "I have been on a journey to the haunts of men. I visited a great city, beaming with life and commerce. Whilst there, I picked up a gift for you, which I now bestow upon you with my love and my blessing. Here, Lewis, is a trumpet. It will be your voice, a substitute for the voice God failed to give you. Learn to blow it, Lewis, and life will be smoother and richer and gayer for you. With the help of this horn, you will be able to at least say cuckoo like every other swan. The sound of music will be in our ears. You will be able to attract the attention of young females. Master this trumpet, and you will be able to play love songs for them, filling them with ardor and surprise and love. I hope it will bring you happiness, Lewis, and a new and a better life. I procured it at some personal sacrifice to myself and my pride, but we won't go into that right now. The long and short of it is, I had no money. I took the trumpet without paying for it. This was deplorable. But the important thing is that you learn to play this instrument." So saying, the cob removed the trumpet from around his neck and hung it on Lewis alongside the slate and the white chalk pencil. "Wear it in good health," he said. "Blow it in happiness. Make the sounds in the hills and the marshes echo with the sounds of your youthful playing." Lewis wanted to thank his dad, but he wasn't able to say a word. And he knew it would do no good to write thank you on the slate because his father wouldn't be able to read it, never having had been educated. So Lewis just bobbed his head and wagged his tail and fluttered his wings. The cob knew by these signs that he had found favor in the sight of his son, and that Lewis absolutely loved the gift of the trumpet, and he was accepting it.